Greater West Bloomfield's dedicated update show. Events, businesses, and people. Anything and anyone causing a ripple in the community. And now, let's dive in to the Splash Live.
Good morning. Welcome to the Splash Live. Dave Scott in our Splash Live studios. Good to be with you on this busy Thursday here in the program. We have so much going on in our community. A lot of activities today to get to and some really exciting stories and big news here on the program. Splash Live, part of 90 minutes of live local television each and every day right here in Civic Center TV. Starts at 9:30 with the Splash Live. Tyler Keefe in at 10 o'clock with the MegaCast. It's an hour and a half of all information that is either very local or relates directly to our communities. It is your unique destination every day for everything going on in West Bloomfield, Keego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, and Orchard Lake. Thank you very much for joining us again this morning. Easy to watch our show across all conceivable platforms, and that includes cable television here in the Greater West Bloomfield area. You can find us on Comcast Channel 15. We've been there for a ton of years, over 20. We're also now on AT&T cable. You can find us in Channel 99. There's a menu there with all the local municipal channels in our communities and our neighboring communities. We also invite you to go to the web at civiccentertv.com. We've got our online stream. We've got our on-demand area. We've got our new program schedule, making it easy for you to see all of the programs and when they're going to be coming up. And we got a big program announcement for you today. I'll talk to you about in just a couple of minutes. It's all right there at civiccentertv.com. Thank you for watching. If you're on social media today, we're on Facebook Live, we're on YouTube, and we're live there on YouTube each and every day for you. Another way to watch. And if you just want to listen, just turn your radio on. It's that easy. 89.3 Lakes FM. So if you're heading off in the car, you can drive around the community and find out what's going on. If you are heading out to your car, it's going to be a spectacular day in our region. We've got 67 degrees right now in Greater West Bloomfield, 75 and sunshine, maybe warming up even a little bit more than that. 73 tomorrow with a sprinkle or two in the area, and then the sun returns. It's going to be a great day in Orchard Lake, Cass Lake, Sylvan Lake, upper lower straits, all the lakes in our area on Saturday with 82, 83 degrees and sunshine and just a couple of clouds to give you a little bit of shade. So should be an absolutely remarkable weekend here in West Bloomfield. Get out and enjoy our parks and trails and all that we have to offer. So a really big day for us here at Civic Center TV. Our good friend Mike McKinstry will be giving us his brand new debut of a show. This is the Bassquatch Hunter show, a brand new episode of the show that is going to be airing later on the Discovery Channel. We have the world premiere on Civic Center TV tonight at 6 o'clock. Show shot right here in West Bloomfield. Of course, Mike, you know, Mike McKinstry is a West Bloomfield resident, has this national fishing show on the Discovery Channel, and the episode that he's going to air tonight on Civic Center TV connects with the chef at Orchard Lake Country Club, Doug Gahns. So we're going to have Doug on the show. If everything we get connected, we're going to talk about what it was like to be on the show, and we'll tease tonight's broadcast. So that's coming up a little bit later on in the program. You can see the video there, the guys fishing and cooking over at Orchard Lake Country Club. More on that in a couple of minutes, and make sure you tune in to watch the Bassquatch Hunter from West Bloomfield premiering tonight at 6 o'clock right here on Civic Center TV. Big doings over in Keego Harbor, where there's construction going on in the gazebo in the park right behind City Hall. That's called Sortor Park, and the gazebo is getting a much needed roof lift and a nice update to the gazebo. We got a couple of pictures here we could show you. Other improvements going on right out there. So now here's the really good news. Rob Kalman, mayor, sends us a note and says that this work is being paid for with a federal grant. So we get the improvements, isn't using local dollars. Couldn't be a better combination. Very excited about that. So that's what's going on in Keego today. You might be able to run over and see the construction right down the road over in Sylvan Lake. Sylvan Lake Community Center tonight. Music, food, and good times all going on as we're going to have the food trucks out at 5. Hogs Barbecue will be there. And Hello Mar Marla Good Humor Ice Cream will be there. And see that picture? That is your mayor, I believe it is, John Martin there conducting the Motor City Brass Band. John will be playing at the very least. Look, there's some Civic Center TV signs in that picture. Awesome. So great concert tonight, 7 o'clock. Sylvan Lake Community Center. The weather's going to be absolutely perfect for it. Get out, get some food, head out there after work, and get a chance to hang out with your neighbors today in Sylvan Lake. Sally Wenzel, who is a member of the Parks Commission and the Environmental Council, put a really interesting note up, and that's in West Bloomfield, by the way, put a really interesting note up on Facebook today. And she put this beautiful flyer up there as well. And from Sally, she says, this is a friendly reminder that we have an environmental features setback ordinance in West Bloomfield Township. Wow, that's all pretty complicated, but we do have that. Bottom line, if your property abuts a wetland, it could be, you know, just wet water, it could be a lake, whatever kind of wetland. There are different types of wetlands, and they're all listed in the flyer, which is kind of hard to read on TV. But you are required to check with the township for a permit before you do things like cutting down a bunch of trees, cutting down really any tree, removing a bunch of plants, installing a patio, a seawall, or other things. So check in with West Bloomfield Township before you do that. Good reminder from the Environmental Commission. We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to get a sip of coffee, and we'll be back with more, a whole lot more coming up this morning, right here on the Splash Live. I'm Dave Scott. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back with the Splash Live.
Looking for a midweek meal? Keep the bag lunch at home this summer and enjoy street food in your neighborhood with Food Truck Tuesdays. Enjoy cuisine from around Michigan outside the WB Parks and Recreations Activity Center with a different vendor every Tuesday, like the Potato Bar on June 27th. All summer, every Tuesday, Food Truck Tuesday. This community update from Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM.
And now, back to the Splash Live.
Welcome back to the Splash Live. Dave Scott here on Civic Center TV. So much going on in our community. Hey, we got a great picture here. The Spirit of Grace Church team that was out at the Keego Harbor Parade. I think that image is from this year, but I can't absolutely be sure. But there they are, marching in the Keego Parade. And they have a really interesting program going on over there at the church. They have a diabetic food pantry. What a great idea. So, of course, there are people that need food in our community, but there are an awful lot of people that are diabetic, and they just can't eat some of the things that you might find in your typical food pantry. So, great news for you if you are a diabetic and you are hungry and you need some help getting food on your table. Here is a QR code that you can go to, and this will be the direct link to the Spirit of Grace Church. We'll get it up on the screen in just a minute. And when you go there, you're going to find out all the information that you need to find out where the food pantry is, when it's available, and all the information. You can also, just as opposed to taking a picture of that, which we encourage you to do, is just go to spiritofgracechurch.com, and all the information is there. Spirit of Grace Church in West Bloomfield, but tucked right into that corner of West Bloomfield that is very close to Keego Harbor in Sylvan Lake and the Pontiac area. So good job by the folks there thinking and about helping people, but being really smart about it and considering the needs of diabetics in our community. I salute you guys. Good job. Great thinking. So our state representative from the Greater West Bloomfield area, Noah Arbit, has been working very hard in Lansing, and he has been working, and this is a freshman lawmaker, he has been working getting a bill introduced and getting it passed. And you know, that isn't easy, especially for somebody who's new at the game. Noah Arbit, though, doing a really good job. He was able to get his hate crimes bill passed in the State House, and it is now moving on through the process. We'll keep an eye on it. But I have a clip of him from Facebook making the case on the House floor, and he's doing such a wonderful job. I had to show you just a couple of moments of it. Let's watch Noah Arbit doing his thing in Lansing.
Speaker recognizes Representative Arbit.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Permission to speak to the entire package?
Without objection, so ordered.
Madam Speaker, hate violence is different from other kinds of violence because it is terroristic in nature. There is never just one victim of a hate crime. An entire community is victimized too. Hate crimes tell all those who share a victim's identity, people like you aren't welcome. People like you don't belong. People like you aren't safe. That's why, amidst rising hate crimes in the state of Michigan, we're rising up too to fight it. Today is a day that I have dreamt about for
So Noah Arbit doing a really good job on the House floor. We don't have time to play you the whole 8-minute presentation. It is available on Facebook. Kudos, good job. Thank you for representing us well. Good luck with that hate crimes bill. Can't see why that wouldn't make it through the Senate and the governor's desk, but there may be some things in there that are of concern to folks. Your state representative, Noah Arbit, at work in Lansing, and I just thought you'd like to see what he is up to. Well, today at Marshbank Park, lots of excitement going on there. It's a kids' commotion concert, and really the fun is just getting ready to kick off early. Now, if you're not familiar with this, here's a picture. They feature interactive children's entertainment and inflatables. The inflatables and all the fun stuff happens from 10 to noon. The music will run from 11 to 11:45. Today, the music, the group, this is cute, is the fairy godmother of music. Should be a lot of fun. They're going to be performing during the whole program. It's a great program put on by the West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation Department. It's going on all summer long, and you can scurry out, grab the kids, get in the car, turn the radio on, continue to listen to the show, make your way over to Marshbank Park for this great presentation. Mark your calendar for the next event. The 24th, Thursday, the Fanny Dumplings will be performing. Good job by the Optimist Club in West Bloomfield, helping out, selling food and refreshments on site. Inflatables are free. Socks are required. If you forget them, they'll actually have some socks for your kids available. So get them out there, have a lot of fun, and enjoy. Speaking of music at Marshbank Park, the great summer concert series, which so many of you get out and enjoy, is coming up. Free concerts are going to be going, live music, food trucks, and a whole lot more for 2023. This begins in July 12th, July 19th, July 26th, August 2nd. I'm telling you, it's almost as much fun as sitting on the hill at Pine Knob or Meadowbrook. We've got great concerts right here. I took a look at the lineup, lots of a variety of different entertainment. I know you're going to have fun. It is the Marshbank Music Series right here in West Bloomfield. We got the hill, you know, we got the great venue for this whole event, and we really look forward to you joining us. Pickleball is huge everywhere here in West Bloomfield. We have four dedicated outdoor pickleball courts at Drake Sports Park, as well as 2 courts on the tennis courts at Drake and at the Keith Sports Park. So lots of opportunity. We have a pickleball video. Sure, we'll play this really quick. This is what it's all about, the pickleball program, West Bloomfield Parks.
So the socialization is really exciting because you'll get to meet new people. That's really the best part about it, is when you come out, you're meeting friendly people, and people love playing pickleball, so they're usually happy.
Hi, so many benefits to pickleball. First of all, you get to be in the fresh air. It's very social. I've met so many new people that live in West Bloomfield that are now my pickleball friends.
Anybody who's never done anything active before in their life can try this out, take a lesson, and
It's easy
play
to learn.
it and get better at it. It's fun.
Oh, so much fun. I keep threatening to get out and doing pickleball. I'm going to do it maybe this weekend. You should get out and enjoy pickleball in West Bloomfield. Absolutely hottest thing going on in America. I was talking to a friend of mine. There's even a pro-level competitive pickleball. We'll be seeing it on CBS, I'm sure, before long. So get out and enjoy. Here's a link if you want more information on pickleball in West Bloomfield. You could just go to that QR code and get all of the information. Just scan that with your phone, and you'll be all set. Well, that'll celebrate the release of the new film, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Tree Runner in West Bloomfield will be hosting Indiana Jones Twilight Climb tonight, 5:30 to 8 o'clock. Climbers who attend will receive a poster for the movie. It's going to be a lot of fun. So you can get out and do a little Indiana Jones thing yourself right out there. And of course, Tree Runner Adventure Park is a forest recreation center with zip lines and all kinds of climbing opportunities. So much fun right by the Jewish Community Center in West Bloomfield. Stop by. And congratulations to Joel Ross in Keego Harbor. Here is a picture of Joel's house. He's done a bunch of major improvements, and this is so cool. The Parks and Rec Department in Keego goes by and they put those signs up. See that white sign that says great job? That's put up by Keego to let everybody know that Joel did a really good job of improving his house. It's on Facebook. Joel looks absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much for doing everything you can to beautify our community. We're doing it home by home. So, as I mentioned at the open of the show, we couldn't be more excited about having the Bassquatch Hunter show and Mike McKinstry, who is right here in West Bloomfield, shooting a show here. It's a national show. It's big. It's on the Discovery Channel, and we couldn't be more excited about it. So his most recent episode that is about to debut on the Discovery Channel, we are actually, Mike, the local great guy that he is, has given us the opportunity to air it first. The premiere of this episode tonight, 6 o'clock on Civic Center TV. If you get home a little late, we're going to immediately repeat it, play it one more time at 6:30, and you'll be able to watch. Now, Mike, when he does his show, it's about fishing. It's about fishing from kayaks. And not only does he like to fish, but he also likes to take somebody out with him and then learn a little bit more about what they do. So let's roll a clip right now from tonight's premiere of his new episode.
Hey guys, it's Mike McKinstry, host of Bassquatch Hunter Fish Out of Water.
Hi, I'm Chef Doug Gahns. I'm the executive chef at Orchard Lake Country Club.
So this is your first time in a kayak fishing, right? Not your first time fishing.
This is my first time in a kayak.
So I don't know what to expect on this lake. This is a lake I don't fish often, but we're in the back of the Orchard Lake Country Club. This place is beautiful, it's gorgeous. So thanks for inviting us into your world, kind of in the environment, but now you're in my world of fishing first. So are you excited?
I am so excited. We're glad to have you.
So after I take you fishing, then what are we getting into after that?
Well, once I get out of your world, we're going to enter my world, and we will do some cooking. We have a really nice walleye dish we're going to make today. Michigan themed, spring themed, and we'll be ready to throw down in the kitchen here after this.
Awesome. So we're going to go hit the water. Hopefully we're going to catch some good fish out here. Then we're going to go cook some fish inside. So stay tuned, guys.
All right, little tease of tonight's show. Joining us now on the program live is Doug Gahns, the one and only, who's going to be on the show tonight. Chef, hey, good morning. Thank you for joining us here on the Splash Live. I hope you will excuse the expression, but you really didn't look like a fish out of water there. But from our conversation before the show, that was kind of a new experience for you, wasn't it?
You know, I've never been on a kayak in my life. It was a little intimidating. I fished quite a bit, but that was a new experience.
And then it must have been like you had Steven Spielberg all around you, too, because they had to have some cameras and recording equipment. Was it a little intimidating fishing, not tipping over the kayak, and then making yourselves look good for television?
I would say probably the first 5 minutes was a little bit nerve-wracking. Mike's crew, they're great, really good guys, down to earth. They settled the opening jitters down pretty quickly, and then we got busy. So yes, there were a lot of film crew members, but all great to work with, and they made it pretty easy.
Well,
and a lot of fun.
How cool is it? I mean, here we are. We have a national show shot right here in West Bloomfield, airs on the Discovery Channel, and it's just doing big numbers. Mike is just knocking it out of the park. And there at little old Orchard Lake, and the unbelievably impressive Orchard Lake Country Club. You know, right here, our own backyard in the national spotlight. I don't know, I just get all giddy about that.
Well, I'm certainly, blessed to be a part of the whole community and the club, obviously, and teaching at Oakland Community College. Just the whole entire Oakland County community is just fantastic. So when we can represent the community and do something like, be involved with Mike's show and then kind of be in my world of cooking, I mean, that's a perfect scenario for me, the perfect storm.
So talk a little bit about what you do and about, for all of us that might go out fishing today or this weekend, catching a fish and then making it taste really good when it finally gets on the kitchen or dining room table. Any tips for us?
Well, I mean, the most important thing is fresh. The fresher the fish, probably the better the end outcome is going to be. Buy good products, treat them right, don't overwork them. Sometimes, just simple cooking is the best. A little simple salt and pepper, a good sear, or a good grill. Just keeping it simple. The ingredients that go with fish, lemon, and fresh herbs, it can't be any better than that. So don't overwork it.
Should we be scared about cooking fish on the grill? Because fish is so tender, a lot more tender than steak. Is there anything we should be worried about there?
Yes. With fish, there's firm fillets, and there's some that are super tender, like you talked about. So yes, it can be a little intimidating. And I think what happens is sometimes people have, a poor outcome when they give it a try, and then they just give up. So don't give up. Keep trying. There's so much information out there today. So many YouTube videos. You get online, check a couple out, see what people are doing. Watch our show today. We have some tricks and some techniques for you. And really, it's just don't give up. Keep trying. You can do it.
We've got that video on there. You want to tell us what it was that you made on the show?
So this was an almond-crusted walleye, and I was informed that Mike is gluten intolerant, so he's actually celiac. So we had to be really careful with what we cook. So we went with the almond crust, pan-seared. This is a little grape and celery salad, a simple vinaigrette that we put on top of it. I think Mike's dish there had a little bit of ramp puree on the plate. We went with a Michigan theme, a spring theme with wild onions and some morel mushrooms, and we just tried to fit the whole, goodie basket of Michigan ingredients in the spring into this dish. It was very tasty.
Well, it looks like he was pretty comfortable in your environment.
Surprisingly, he did a really good job. He likes to cook. He has a little bit of experience in the industry, and he was a natural. He did really well.
Joining us, Doug Gahns. He is the chef instructor, Oakland Community College, and the chair of the department, and also makes everything great at the Orchard Lake Country Club, where he is the executive chef. I've had the opportunity, through some other projects I'm working on, to see the amazing young people that are coming into your industry. Is being a chef a good gig for a lifetime job?
Well, I can tell you this, you're never going to go hungry. You're always going to have food. So that's a good thing. And the culinary industry is the second largest employer in the United States after the government here. So there are plenty of jobs out there. We slowed down a little bit with COVID, but it's making a strong comeback. The culinary scene in Oakland County, along with Detroit, the surrounding areas, is really up and coming. And gaining momentum and finally being recognized, throughout the United States. So good things are happening in our local area here.
And talk about your program, as long as we have you here, out at Oakland Community College, and the kind of people that you attract there, and anything else that might be helpful to know.
Yeah, with the college, one of the nicest things is it's a 2-year program. You can get through it pretty quick. Really approachable instructors, strong program. The history of our program and the graduates and the current students is really strong. We've had students that have gone on to do great things, locally, nationally, even internationally, and you can do it for a fraction of the cost of some of your bigger schools. I was lucky enough to attend a school in New York, the Culinary Institute of America, and I can tell you can get the same kind of education right here locally for, like I said, a fraction of the cost So if you're thinking about the industry, it really makes sense to jump in and give it a try. Come see us at Oakland Community College, and we'll get you on the right path.
And how are things at the country club? And maybe talk a little bit about being a chef at one of the premier country clubs, not only here in metropolitan Detroit, but maybe in the country. You work at a wonderful, very nice establishment. Tell us a little bit about that. And do you get a chance to ever cook one-on-one, or are you always cooking meals for big groups of people, or do you actually get to do some specific dishes for people there?
Well, I can tell you the club is absolutely gorgeous. We have a strong program, many graduates from Oakland Community College and other colleges in the area. And every day is different at a country club. You know, in a restaurant, you are cooking for your guests in the dining room. At a country club, you're cooking for people on the waterfront and at the picnic grove and in several different dining rooms and the golf course. So every day is a little bit different. It's extremely challenging. All country clubs members are using their clubs more than ever. So we are seeing big numbers, a lot of involvement with the membership, and it's strong. We stay busy. In the one-on-one stuff, a little bit. We do have a chef table that we offer right inside one of our kitchens where we can have up to 12 guests, and they are right there, on the front lines, watching it happen, being involved. You know, they can get up and walk around the kitchen, and we're just doing some really nice things. We're trying to keep it fresh, and which is always a challenge, but it's good. Business is good.
Well, you certainly had an opportunity to keep it fresh by getting out on Orchard Lake with a Bassquatch Hunter and harvesting your own meal and then going in and preparing it. Have you ever done that? Have you ever actually harvested a fish or some other food product yourself and then prepared it? And by the way, look at that great fish that you and Mike caught out there.
Yeah, Mike that was a huge smallmouth bass, and I think he was even a little surprised with that fish. But yes, I'm an outdoorsy guy. I've been hunting and fishing pretty much my whole life. This is nothing new of catching something and bringing it right in the kitchen and cooking. It's one of the best things you can do, especially with fish. Again, we started talking about keeping it fresh, and boy, you just can't keep it any fresher than that.
Well, Doug, good job. Thank you for being with us on the show. I love what you and Mike are doing. You're both having a big impact on young people in our community, helping them be the very best that they can do. Mike certainly takes time to work with the youth in our community. What you're doing over at OCC and then bringing a lot of those people in to your work environment, really positive impact. And now you've got a video resume from a national show to add to what you got. So, hey, nice doings. Make sure you watch premiere tonight. It's going to be 6 o'clock right here in Civic Center TV. Chef Gahns, thank you very much for joining us today on The Splash Live.
You're welcome. Thank you, Dave.
All right, well, that's it. I'm really excited. Make sure you tune in. I'll be tuning in. Everyone will be tuning in to watch the show. And then get out and support Mike. What he's doing is absolutely amazing, and he's doing it right here at home. Couldn't be more thrilled with the whole situation. Mike, available on the Discovery Channel, on YouTube, and the web. Check him out there, the Bassquatch Hunter. And we'll see you next time here on The Splash Live.